All right, part two of the home first aid kit. Part one, we talked about the purpose as well as the bag itself, and the bag is the large intermediate trauma bag by Lightning X Products. And we talked about this first pouch here. This is sort of wound prep and my tools. And then we talked about this large main compartment. And again, these four colored pouches came with the bag, and again, yellow is burns, red is bleeders or bleeding, green is sprains, strains, and fractures, and blue hypothermia and heat stroke, heat exhaustion treatment, and then these two, minor wound care and my pharmacy, are in the back. So moving on to, so I have yet to talk about these two side pouches. So moving on to this side pouch. I think some of you guys will dig this. So I have two dogs, and this is my canine specific pouch. So get some stuff out of the way here. Obviously, this pouch is not as organized as the rest of the bag, and that's okay. It doesn't really need to be. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead, I'll strip stuff out of here as I come to it and just kind of lay it off to the side. So first things first is a muzzle. I don't care how well trained your dog is. If you're trying to do medical stuff with them, you may need to muzzle your dog. Just the way it goes, especially depending on the breed and that kind of stuff. So muzzle. And to go along with muzzle is a leash. So even if your dog, even if you might not need a muzzle, you may need to put them on a leash. And I wanted to have a leash with my medical stuff. That way I didn't have to go try to find one. My dogs generally have collars on, but I wanted to have a leash handy with the medical stuff. Again, that way I didn't have to go find one. Athletic tape. Razors. Obviously you may have to shave some fur off so that you can access an injury or whatever the case, and so just a cheap package of razors. Flea and tick control. And so again, maybe you're in a situation where you're not your medical services and stuff like that aren't going to be real handy, and so you may just want to throw this on at the outset of an emergency just to prevent anything. And you just never know where you're gonna find yourself with your dogs. May not be a bad idea to put that stuff on them. So there's flea and tick stuff. Triangle bandage. This is just a small boo-boo kit for them, just some band-aids. It's kind of a large bleeder kit, so some 2x2 gauze, 4x4 gauze, some surgical pads, and then I mentioned this in video one. This, once you put your gauze down, then you would put this, kind of slip this over the wound site, and it just protects those bandages and stuff like that. So there's that. Some allergy medication, and it's not dog-specific allergy medicine. This is Benadryl. So this is a tick killer. So rather than try to use tweezers to dig a tick out, and I have tweezers, but rather than try to use tweezers, you just spray this onto the ticks in like a little pump bottle. You spray it onto the tick, and the tick detaches, and maybe it dies. I don't know. But anyways, tick detaches, get the tick off, and there you go. You don't have to try to dig them out with tweezers or anything. Just probably a little bit easier way to do that. So cotton balls and Q-tips. So wet wipes for cleaning up a wound site and that kind of thing. Alcohol pads, some like disinfecting hand towels, and anti-stress pills. So obviously natural disaster is going to be stressful for your dog, and so this may help. You also may be in a situation where you just need your dog to be really quiet, and that maybe doesn't sound very good, but there are times when you don't want your dog running around and that kind of thing, and this may just help him quiet down, just so that you can, like I say, you can quiet your dog down and that kind of thing. So there's those. Now in the back, I'm not going to take this stuff out. You can see it. A pair of non-latex gloves, some antibacterial ointment, another Sharpie, another chem light, and another little syringe in there for if I have to spray in saline wash or whatever to clean out a wound. So that is my dog section. Now, any of this stuff could transfer over to people if I needed it. I'm not sure I'd want to take like I'm not sure I'd want to take this stuff, but I think generally speaking, this stuff can transfer over to people, the stuff that's applicable. And a lot of the stuff in the bag could transfer over to the dogs as well. But I just wanted something that was their own kind of setup for them, for hygiene purposes and that kind of stuff. So there's the dog pouch. Coming right over to this side, this is just sort of the extra and kind of bulky items. So again, another big bottle of saline solution, hydrogen peroxide, and some calamine lotion, and that does it for the bag. So again, I think this bag would be perfect for an EMT who wants something in their car or whatever the case may be, where they've maybe got the ability to set this bag up as a good first responder bag. And I also think it makes just a great home first aid bag. It's certainly a lot better than trying to use like multiple tackle boxes or something like that. I really like this bag. So again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yes, I know there's stuff that I need. Feel free to leave things in the comments. But this is a work in progress. I don't claim that anything that I show you guys is a finished product. I can always be adding things, and will continue to add products and stuff to the bag to make it more capable, to get deeper with my capabilities. Just having more stuff, it'll allow me to last longer and that kind of thing. So anyways, appreciate you guys leaving comments and that kind of stuff. So there are not a lot of first responder, first aid type quotes, but I did find this one and I kind of like it. So, prepare and prevent, don't repair and repent. So there it is, for what it's worth. Again, appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Thanks.